Tino, you've spent half your life as a Chelsea player. How does it feel to be here at your new home in Southampton?
Yeah, it just feels a bit surreal, you know. I felt like that's all I've known, obviously, since I started playing football. Been there since like the age of 7. So progressing through the years and going to Cobham like week in, week out, and then now moving over here, taking that next step in my career. Feels a bit nerve-wracking, but you know, I know what's best for me in my development, and just looking really forward to getting up and running.
Yeah, it's been well publicised. There's been a lot of interest in you. What was behind the decision, firstly, to leave Chelsea, but secondly, why Southampton? Why is this the right club for you?
Firstly, me and my dad have had a few discussions about what we thought was best for my future, and we thought that that time would eventually come, and we felt like this was the right time for it to kind of happen and for me to move on, and to have interest, even though it may be in the media and some of it might not be true, but to have what I know was interest from a few top clubs, to choose Southampton, I mean, it was sort of a no-brainer, you know. They're a solid Premier League club, and like you said, the manager, he was kind of quite a big factor as to why I wanted to come and I wanted to play for Southampton. You know, the passion that he shows, and yeah, just like I said again, just can't wait to get started and play.
Yeah, what was that first conversation like with the manager? How did he leave such an impression on you?
No, it was like he wanted to tell me a lot. He wanted to tell me a lot about how he wants me to come in and how he wants me to train and how he wants me to play and what he wants me to bring to the team. And I feel like that was really attractive for me to see him expressing them like emotions and showing how he sees me playing in maybe a Premier League team, which is a big thing for me being 18. And just, yeah, it was a really good conversation, you know.
Yeah, he's a passionate guy.
Yeah.
I mean, as you say, still only 18, but you've come here and presumably with the intention of playing first team football sooner rather than later.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look at the squad, it's a very talented group, and I'm just happy that I know what I can add to it, and I can't wait to get started and compete.
Just tell us about yourself as a player. I mean, a lot of the fans will be excited about this signing, but maybe haven't seen you in action before.
Yeah.
So just tell us where you like to play, how you like to play.
Anywhere down the right-hand side of the pitch is predominantly where I'd like to play. I like to be on sort of the last line of the opposition's defence and beat a man 1v1 down the line and deliver some crosses. But also on the flip side of that, being a fullback, by nature you do need to be good defensively, and I feel like Ralph said again, that's an area where he sees that he can help me improve as a player, and I believe with his help that's what I can bring to the table as well, good solid defensive right back.
When you think of Southampton Football Club, what comes to mind?
Like I said, they're now an established Premier League team. You know, they've always been quite notorious for bringing through youth players. You know, you look at your Gareth Bales, Theo Walcott's back at the club now as well. So it's kind of, I'd say a healthy environment for a young player like me to come in and grow and learn from all these experienced pros that they have here.
You're coming off a great year personally as well, Academy Player of the Season at Chelsea. What made it such a good year for you? How did you kind of develop, do you think, over the past 12 months?
Might sound quite weird, but having all of that time off to like work on myself with being in lockdown and stuff like that, I felt like it really helped me. Not only physically, where I was training hard on myself, but mentally, where I got in a space where I knew where I wanted to be in 12 months and looking past that, but also just gave me the confidence to, when I went back, to just hit the ground running. And then I felt like the way that not only me as an individual but the team played last season helped me show how much I can bring to a team. So yeah, I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity last season.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of time, I guess, as footballers to reset away from the game, do you? So
No.
You almost see that as a blessing in disguise?
Yeah, definitely. I think like quite a few players would have said that as well. Even though it was quite a hard time, it was almost quite nice to take your foot off the gas a little bit, but look forward to what's the future kind of holds for you.
What does it say about you as a character that you're kind of prepared to come down here as an 18-year-old, leave your home comforts behind, I guess, and really test yourself at another Premier League club? Because I mean, I guess you could have sat tight for a little bit longer at Chelsea, right?
Yeah, that was kind of never my intention. I never wanted to be like tied down to a huge deal and then like don't get a lot of first team opportunities. I felt like this was the best way to come and test myself. And obviously, if Southampton comes in for U18, there wouldn't be a lot of people that would turn that option down. So I felt like when they came in, it was, like I said, the right option for me. And yeah, I was really excited from them on.
You're the second teenager to come from Chelsea in just a few days, following in the footsteps of Dinell.
Yeah.
Have you two kind of got a good relationship, and is that helpful for you that there's already a familiar face here?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we played with each other for ages now. And, you know, he told me about how good the club is and how he's enjoyed it in such a short space of time. And obviously he's a centre-back and I'm kind of a full-back, so there's always been that connection. But even off the field, he's a great guy. And, you know, I'm sure he'll help me settle in if I need it.
And just finally, it is a 5-year deal. It's obviously a big commitment from the club, but a big commitment from you as well. What do you hope to achieve here over that time, and kind of what are your targets?
Obviously, being such a young player, I want to take things as they come. I don't want to set huge targets for myself individually, but I do obviously want to start Premier League games. I want to help the club as much as I can, and I just want to be as much as I can assisting goals, maybe even scoring goals, but yeah, as much as I can helping the team get 3 points.